me see. Hold on, I can't see y'all. I think that's better. A little better. That's what I have to do. What it do? I'm gonna put this right here so I don't get distracted. What's up, y'all? Happy Sag Sun Cancer Moon Day. On this moon day, it's Monday. We're gonna pull astro cards per usual. I'm just here to do a regular read. Y'all, I ain't putting no lotion on, so don't judge. What's up? I'm really finna do a little regular read. See what the energy's hitting like for the moment right now. We just came up out of that full Gemini moon. My Gemini moon, full moon, was quite mundane. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. I'm gonna take it for what it is and look at it like it was good. At least ain't no flunk shit. Well, I ain't gonna lie, my full moon, it wasn't really mundane like that on in some moments. Some moments were kind of like flunk, some of it was good. So that's why I say that it was pretty mundane, because it was quite equilibrium. But let's pull some astro cards real quick. What's up in the chat? What up, Nomadic? Jackie who? Jackie New. Fuck you saying? What's up? We just finna pull some energies real quick. Look, Gemini at the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy. But we just came up out of that, so we're not in that no more. We're currently in the transition of the Cancer cycle. And after that is what? Leo. But let's stay where we at though. So what's the energies looking like today, as far as how we're operating and maneuvering through them? Gemini still came out. Gemini communication, community, siblings, your thought patterns, your thought cycles type shit. The things on your mind and stuff you like to talk about. Stuff that you talk about, whether you like it or not. Things you see in your environment type shit. Got this in the 6th house. Work related. So something to do with the your community and working. Or your routines. Could be your thought patterns, your thought routines. 6 is the what that was? The 6th house. It's the house that Virgo derived out of. That's like perfectionism and shit. Oh, it's sextile, so it looks cute together. The things you like to work with, being in your community or being like right hands on, because Gemini rule the hands, like hands on, like in arm's reach. That's what that's looking like. So that's pretty good, cute energy. Virgo and Gemini energy are cute together anyway. They kind of like, not really mirror them each other, but they both share the same planet of Mercury that rules. So that's the feminine and the masculine energy. Sextile and having sex. So good mercurial energy going on right now. Hey, from Germany. Whatever. Probably a German computer system or something. Let's pull some numerology cards, though, to give more information on this energy that we just pulled out of. It's giving good masculine and feminine thoughts and emotions type shit, having sex with that. Let's see. Let's pull out this numerology deck, though. Give us further information. What were we talking about, though? That was some nice, cute, sunshiny, cute energy. But I like a little resistance so I can see, like, the expression thereof. Maybe that's like the energy of mundaneness. Having these things sextile so together so cutely. But what's the product of that? But look, the sextile is like forced though. So it's kind of like being around individuals on a routine basis that you not necessarily want to be around for real though. having to think and take into consideration mentally the motherfuckers around you or the environment or the things around you. You got to take these things in consideration, and they're not necessarily important to you with the 6 energy. That looks like they don't want to merge together. I already know what that 6 says. I get that 6 a lot. It's in the book. It says something about heaven and earth are not capable of coming together. That was 7, but hold on. I need some surety when I pull. To say. Ooh. This the card that came out. It's number 9 energy down. This same type energy we had last time. Same exact card so far. But different template though, because now we're going on a template of the energies with Virgo, well, the 6th house and Gemini sextiling one another. Triangle is a sigil of what the sextile kind of looks like. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That's trying. My bad. But hold on. Let's see. We got 2 androgynous energies. Both of them look flunked out. The environment itself may be uncomfortable, but yet and still you have to join forces with the things that's around you though. We're gonna get more information on it in a minute. More androgyny energy. More things that's mutable though. Put the seal at the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck we got number 8, which is harmonious, the cycle. But we're not focused on it. The main 3 cards regarding this energy are androgynous, and all of them look ugly. So hold on. So let's dig in. I'm gonna pull it up anyway, even though I pretty much know what number 6 say. Excuse me. Number 6 is inhibited. So the 6th house is the card that came out too. So your routines and your, like, the way that you do things and the stuff that you think that you are supposed to be working on is kind of inhibited at the moment. In the two triangles moving in opposite directions, the forces of heaven and earth appear to be blocked. Unity is impossible. So although these things are sextiling each other, the state of the actual energy itself is not harmonious with itself though. Then we got the 9. We finna get to the bottom of this. Hold on. The exaggerated 9. Let's keep in mind 6 being harmonious. That's kind of like the atmosphere. 9 gives me completion. It's like opportunities and shit. It's exaggerated. So maybe considering that people were working and doing as they were supposed to, but by things not being on the same page for real, the whole play out of harmony within its sex that's taking place it's creating some type of exaggerated atmospheric ending. Or the reasonings and the deeper meanings, you're having to put more ideas to that, which that's not necessarily the truth though, because with the androgyny energy, it is what it is. So by this being exaggerated, it's like putting extra shit on what it is. But let me read it. It says, provocative and blowing all limitations, the 9 shows itself in a 3 triangle that wants to escape to all 3 sides. Intellect, heart, and hand are separated. So it's trying to box in certain things that are supposed to be blended, but instead trying to box that in, trying to box in the intellect, the way you're thinking, trying to box in your heart emotions towards it, and your actions are separated. So it's like not being in harmony with the overall experience. Number 9 is the overall experience. That's the ending, and something's not aligned. So what you've been working on, it's kind of like working on something that wasn't even supposed to, like, that wasn't, you missed missing the point by working on shit that might not necessarily be what the focus needs to be on, based on the environment or the atmosphere or the routine that has been taking place all of this time, not actually being for the better good. But yet and still, they are having sex though. They're like working together. Just because you're working with something doesn't mean that that's what you want to goddamn do. So 0. This is an inhibited 0. Jackie dear, I'm from India. Good for you. 0, inhibition. This is the womb, the space that this is either coming out of and was progressed out of, or the space that you're going to be ended up in. And it's inhibited. meaning that your energy, your human is not going to be able to be expressed in full totality or in any calibration. You can look at this. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like it's kind of like you're blinded from it. You're blinded from even seeing where to pinpoint energies to. But if you can see it though, the slices in this circle are very uneven and unbalanced. Damn, I wish I could see it. Cause look at this right here. Damn, okay, you can see it a little bit. You see that? Now look how all the line is lined up. Never mind. Don't worry about how I got. Look like an Adidas sign too. But all day I dream about sex type shit. But anyway, that's some sidebar shit. But the way it's looking like it's focused on something is being focused on in what's the word? Not incongruent. Improportionately. Got too much focus on some shit that ain't even motherfucking important. But yet you're working on it. It says the image of the inhibition shows itself imperfectly as the wholeness of the 360, the totality, cannot be achieved in earthly life. So this will be the wound that you may end up being in this next cycle. Whether you want to look at that as this next year coming up, next moon cycle, or whatever cycle that you personally are going through, it's the energy of it, like how you're going to be expressing yourself up out of it is inhibited. This means that one part is missing, as 9 + 1 = 10, and this perfection is not of our world. I don't know what they're talking about, but excuse me, y'all. Something is inhibited, and maybe you want to change up what it is that you're working on, or what focus. So your focus is on Gemini shit. You're focusing on your environment that is around you, the motherfuckers that you see all the time, your community, the way you have usually been communicating. We know Mercury just came out of retrograde in Sagittarius, so that's probably why you couldn't even see this card right here. Too much goddamn shine, too much light, too much fire that's being exerted on things that's like matters not, because even though it may matter for the project, so to speak, that you're working on, because obviously things are being worked out, does not mean that it's going to be for your greater good though. So you might need to pinpoint, like focus in, get you a narrative of where your energy is going to be focused at within this next cycle, or this very fucking moment, but especially within this next cycle. Because obviously the focus, I wish you could see it, you can't. The focus is the whole scope is not being focused on in a proportionate way. I know it's hard to focus on more than one thing at a time, but if you proportion things out, you'll be able to focus on more than one thing simultaneously, so to speak, sometimes. Or you know what I'm saying? It's some balance that's needed though, especially with all this androgyny energy being out of balance. There's a core foundational balance that's missing right now. But anyway, let's pull some more energies to go deeper on that. Maybe we can get some specifics. What should I pull? I'm gonna go head on with the dark deck. I'm gonna go with the dark deck. Where my box at? Where my motherfucking box at? Oh, wait a minute. Where's my box? Oh, here you go. I'm gonna keep these cards out though. All right, let's see. Let's go with the dark deck. Man, it feels so good, bro. It feels so good outside. I love this weather. It feels like it's spring, but it ain't. Okay. Let's see. Let me put my sleeves down. So. Do that with the card so we can see it. Do what with the card? The fuck is that? Why you so bashful about? Let me focus on this. I need a bell. So we clearing the energy. That bullshit. All right. Anyway, so pertaining to this message though, when it comes to whatever's being under focused on, not paid attention to, or putting too much attention in one space regarding your Gemini energies, your communication, your community, your thought processes, the things that you pay attention to in your environment, and your 6th house space, which will be your routines and your patterns, your health matters, things stressing you out unwarrantedly, because that's not the focus, yet you're putting focus on it based on the whatever you're being blinded by. Should I take? Okay, I'll take it out. The Queen. I don't think I probably got that card before. Look, we got a full moon right here. The Queen, the woman. The moon at the moment is in Cancer, but the full moon, and this is the full moon, was in Gemini. So I don't know what happened with y'all Gemini moon, full moon cycle or events that may have taken place, but it might be very important regarding this message or the energy of that. We got the hand that's tied up by the snake. Your thoughts being captivated by your emotions or held captive by your emotions. And this is all that you see. This looks like the inside of an eye. Let's get some more information. Hold on. That one's going to be juicy. Because it's a lot of information that I felt internally regarding that card, but I don't want to say too much yet. Let's see though. Had to shut the fuck up. This full moon mouth was reckless, though warranted. God said be quiet. See? It was warranted, but you had to shut the fuck up. But don't forget the truth of what it was that you already knew about that scenario. And maybe now it'll be a time to kind of like see it play out or put things in their proportionate spaces. Whether you have to say something or not, based on your comfort being that the moon is in Cancer. But we ain't gonna go too deep on astrology though, but just still though. But see, this is what the moon actually looks like right now at the moment. This is crazy. The kiss. Well, no, it don't actually look like this. This will be the inverted. Actually, this will be like a new moon coming out. But anyway, the point is the kiss. This is more moon energy. Hands again. Gemini energy. The kiss. We finna read these out the book in a minute. Hold on, because I want some more information on this. Shout out Alchemy, and no. Hey, what's up? Private Star. All right. Regarding these energies though, to find some calibration, some needs to be calibrated in the androgynous realm. Not your masculine or your feminine, not your thoughts or your feelings, but the things that you are observing in your mind and your heart may need to be calibrated, or maybe you even need to move spaces like physically. Or, you know, we finna see though. Hold on. We finna get more information. Let's see. And this is a message for whoever is paying attention. Especially if you're currently in the chat right now. The Creator. This is to me, and I haven't looked it up yet, but as far as I remember, and as far as what this gives zero, void, creative, androgyny, the space itself, the Creator. This is the Creator. Again, hand energy. This is Gemini energy. The things that you create, not necessarily what you create, because that would give like more of a 4 energy. But your hands, Gemini being of specific detail though. Gemini being of importance right now though. What you are able to create or think about. Okay, let's read it out the book. Get more information. The Queen. Now, if you're just coming in, what we had as far as the core foundational energy would be Gemini. Your community, your space, your environment, your thoughts. Maybe your family members, like your siblings. Your double-sidedness. Your polarities. Double-minded energies. But it's sextiling the 6th house, right? Which will be your routines and your patterns. And the things that you work on all the time, including how things affect your health. The effects of your health. If you're focusing on some Gemini energy that's stressing you the fuck out, it's sextiling at the moment, and that's gonna, it could be actually stressful. But, and I'm saying that on that end of the spectrum based on the number cards that we had came out. We had, bruh, I know I ain't put them bitches back. Damn, I think I put them back, y'all. But we had, hold on, let me see. Did I put them back? We had a ugly 6, a ugly 9, and damn, I must have put them back. What the fuck? Oh, here they go. I'm tripping. We had an ugly 6, an ugly 9, and a 0. My bad. They was in my hand the whole damn time. I'm tripping. So that's the reason why I'm kind of looking at the low end of the spectrum when it comes to this energy, because all of those androgynous, environmental, what's the word I'm looking for? Atmospheric energies were in a flunked out space. The spaces are ugly. Anyway, let's read out the book. Because I was about to go back and read the cards again. And I don't want to do all that. All right, so we got, regarding this energy, we have, start with the Queen. Let me see what number the Queen is. The Queen probably is a self. Is it? Yeah, the Queen is a self. The number is 11. That's two individuals or relating to something else, individually relating to it. Me observing you, you observing me. And then, you know, once both parties become aware of the observation simultaneously, that turns into the 3, but we're not there yet. This is 11. 83 is the number. It's like so 11 is like a dry ass relationship. But anyway, 83, 8, 9, 10, 11, another 11 energy. But this is the cycle within this environment that has been created. Let's go deeper, baby, because I'm not stuck. But I want to see what the point is, though. The deeper point. That's why I got this book. So let me see. We got the Queen energy. Like her counterpart, the King. The Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides. Okay, so this is more an internal thing. So this is not necessarily talking about something else. Because remember, we were talking about androgyny, atmospheric energy. So that's not a person or a masculine or feminine energy. That's just what it is. So whatever you're relating to, you see you have a distinct difference in like your truth and the truth around you, so to speak. But hold on, let me read some more. The Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into a contemptuous mood, casting a shadow across the land. That just reminded me of Alchemy. Alchemy says she almost cussing bitches out based on her queenship and what it is, because this also giving bitchy energy, that Cancer vibe that we on right now, that comes right after Gemini. So hold on. We already know this is feminine energy though. Yeah. This is feminine energy being a number 11, but 2 1s being 2 masculine energies. 2 thoughts. Your thoughts being the breaking point of what it is that's going on. Hold on, let's see. It's like a split in the energy based on the polarity of your space and the space around you and what's going on around you. It's creating a split in the energy. Let me see. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into a petty, contemptuous mood, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is so this is supposed to be expressing the king. Because this is the moon. This will be the expression. This is what the sun needs to, hold on, let me not go too deep. Wait a minute. The queen is the expression of the ego in the world. She is the lotus bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. What? Bitch, how do you, the moon's radiant reflection? How? You're the sun's reflection. But anyway, whatever. This ain't even making sense what I'm reading. But I know what I need to know though. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. It's a power struggle. Because, hold on, let me read it. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. But it's kind of like having to exert some energy that should not even be used at the moment, based on how things need to be, based on what's comfortable, based on you providing what you need emotionally for yourself. And things may be out of whack when it comes to certain energies around you in the environment, which is causing you to have to respond based off of how you're having to respond. So there probably was a warranted cussing out session. So, and if it was warranted, don't even feel bad about it necessarily. Just calibrate so that blow up explosion won't have to happen again. The royal queen fears nothing. Those words were important. What it was that you, especially during the full moon in Gemini, baby, whatever that conclusion that you came to, that discussion, that argument, that shit was very much needed. Whether it solved the problem or not, that was a release for something that needed to be said or pushed out into the external world, into the environment. So it may cause a short-term malfunction or uncalibration at the moment, but this could be the tools that you can jump set yourself off with and start calibrating based on what you know to be true. Let me not zoom into one person, but everybody got these scenarios that be playing out. Whether this is an internal misunderstanding that had to like come into light some kind of way. Sometimes you could have a thought pattern or a way of thinking or a way of being for so long to where life itself had to show you, nah, bitch, that didn't work. That's why this just happened to your ass. So whatever the case is, it's coming from that something that is sparking the emotion that needed to be expressed based on the unfairness of what's like internally correct. I don't know how to explain that. Hold on, y'all. Let me just read this. So I don't know whether this was in the light or the dark, but since we're reading based off the previous Gemini energy, we're going to look at these both ways and find our own equilibrium in it. The embodiment of grace, courage, resolves, and stillness. That's when it's in the light. In the dark, it's vain, wrathful, self-righteous, and demanding. But if you blend those things together, you'll be able to be not necessarily vain, but know what's important. And hey, sometimes you have to fall out of grace in order to put your foot down, fight fire with fire type shit. Or use your sword and speak on what motherfucker don't want to necessarily be heard or spoke on, but it's based off of what's righteous though, instead of being self-righteous. Okay, let me read this right here. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne. You see this? She got the hand is right there, but the snake or the feminine energy is wrapped around the hand. You got something wrapped around your finger. So don't be what's the word I'm looking for? Don't be manipulative to your detriment though. Sometimes a little manipulation is okay, because like, hey, why do we got these abilities if we're not supposed to use them? But you're supposed to have some type of clarity or some type of wisdom to know when too far is too far, and when something or somebody is taking you out of your element and causing you to get blood on your hands based on you having to protect your moon or your emotions or what's righteous, your feminine energy. Then we got the kiss came next. Okay, the kiss is a tool, and it's number 60. Same energy is coming out, 6 with a little bit more space. So that's this right here. 6 with a little bit more. With that 0, that's giving having to join forces, and it be almost damn near understood that y'all don't even like each other, but still having to do that shit though, because 0 brings the space. 0 brings a little bit more of what already is. So it's like y'all already don't like each other, and yet and still have to work together. But it's kind of like not both parties knowing, bitch, I don't like you and you don't like me, and bitch, I don't like you either. And it's like, that's not going to help the environment. And that's why all these atmospheric energies are like ugly as fuck. But let's read it though. Also, it's 185, 6, hold on, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 5 energy. That's the individual going through his cycle over and over and over again, you having your own perspective of this cycle, and it's striking an emotion. It's striking some internal chaos on both sides. Whether it's a person or the actual environment, it's just not about to, you're not going to be able to see things change from the position that you're approaching. Where am I at? The kiss. 185. Let's pull it up. Oh, I'm sorry. I got the book all in y'all face. My bad. Okay. The kiss. Y'all give me 2 seconds. I don't like to smoke on screen. That's what I'm doing. I'm finna read this. Y'all just listen. Before a kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. Hold on. Before we go any further, let me remember this was a 60 and a 185. So 6 was uncalibrated. That's the atmosphere. So before the kiss, the air is electrified. That is the atmosphere. So it's like y'all already know, based on the energy in the air or in the atmosphere that has been created. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. So it's kind of, hold on. You know, when you have to deal with somebody else and there could be friction, or it ain't got to be no friction. Just anytime you're having to deal with another party or another being or another something outside of you, there's going to be thoughts and feelings around that. And if it's another individual, they have their own. Oh, did I turn this around? They have their own thoughts and feelings. You got your own thoughts and feelings. When y'all part ways, separate or whatever, go on about y'all day, y'all still are having certain thoughts and feelings about the same situation, which is going to create that sex energy. Where is it? It's going to create this right here. So you could be having certain thoughts and feelings. They have certain thoughts and feelings, and that's electrifying the atmosphere even more. Do you want me to return? Okay, the archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sense of merging with another, of letting in what was moments ago separated. I hope my internet ain't fucking up the damn train coming, y'all. What up, Misa? Let me delete this little bitch. Look, for this reason, I might do need a mod because I can't see the screen. Y'all see I got the, let me get this bitch up out of here. Fucker. Hide user. Remove that bitch and hide that bitch. Let me see who else got some dumb ass shit to motherfucking say. Miss Sassy. Miss Sassy's, hold on. Let me try and go a little bit. I hope that ain't messing up my internet. But Miss Sassy say she flipped out, held it in too long, learning how to release. Okay, it makes sense. Okay. What the fuck was that? So the environment or the atmosphere or the energetic sex that y'all are having is electrified, and it's kind of with Mercury going out of retrograde, especially with Mercury being in Sagittarius, the energy that it doesn't necessarily like to process and can't really process it clearly, especially when it was in retrograde. But since it's out of retrograde, since it's out of retrograde, they're trying to throw me off because I feel like my internet breaking up. But since it's going out of retro, or it has went out of retrograde, what was I finna say? Some of these things needed to be talked about, and maybe that's the reason why they was being held in, because they weren't clearly being comprehended in your own self, and you held them in unwarrantedly. You held them in based off of not really understanding why you feel or how you feel or what's actually going on. But at the end of the day, especially Gemini's full moon, those things had to be expressed. And let me finish reading though. 2 became 1. It is risky but beautiful business. This is in its highest perspective. Remember, we're seeking equilibrium, and the energies kind of wasn't in, they were kind of in a low octave. It is risky but beautiful. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self toward union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart, or going off and having to be emotionally disturbed based off of what's going on in the moment. You may don't have those sweet whispers and all of that right there. Instead, you may see red. You may feel some kind of way based off of what's going on, but you're not necessarily, well, previously not necessarily being able to really process what actually is happening. But at the end of the day, your emotions know. So when that blurt out of energy or conversation, that loud energy that we just had, like that train, came to be, it had to happen like that, because hey, that's the only way you were able to gain understanding. That's at that point you had gained understanding. So next we got, I'm just rambling right now, that didn't even really make sense what I just said to me, but hey, whatever. So it made sense, but I don't know if it's gonna make sense to y'all, because it was kind of too specific, and I don't be liking to be specific like that, because then I be feeling like I'm missing the point once I get too damn specific. But and I'm finna pull more cards after this too. Might need to no, I ain't gonna do that. All right, then we got the creator. Where you at? The creator. What is a creator? Hold on, y'all. Okay, creator is 22. This is two harmonious relationships coming together, creating some foundation for, or you relating to something and it relating back to you, and it being able to give you some kind of thought process of how to create something out of what is being related to. Then we got 105, 1 energy being the individual, 0 being more space, and 5 being the emotions within. Okay. Now let's not forget the energy prior, because we had Gemini, which is could be your siblings, people that you feel are close to you, your environment, your surroundings, the communications that you have with the individuals. Hold on. Damn, I done lost it. It was a 2. Which way you at? Bro, I done lost it. Hold on. It was a 2 though. Hold on, I don't even see it no more. The creator, right? Is what I'm looking for. I don't even see the motherfucking. It feels so good out here. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to find the damn. I'm trying to find it again. The fuck? Baby, what? How come I don't see it no more? And I don't even remember the number I just said. What number I just said, y'all? If anybody's paying attention. The creator. I don't even remember what number I said 22. Oh, it's a self. My bad. I'm looking in the wrong area. It's a self. It's a part of yourself. Okay. 105. Let me hurry up and turn to the page before I lose it again. But okay, this is a part of yourself. Again, we got hand energy, Gemini energy, communication energy. You can communicate based off, you can create based off of communication. You can create an atmosphere based off of what you say in a room full of people. And you can create some type of harmony or kind of calibrate this atmosphere or this sex that's taking place based on your communication. Sometimes things get worse before they get better. Hence that explosion that a lot of people, or that deep, not deep, but that conversation that had to take place previously could have created a different atmosphere. And like I said, sometimes things get worse before they get better. But let me read it. The creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. This is number 22. This is 6 energy. The truth is not intimidated, because 6 gives me truth energy. Most androgynous numbers do 0, 3, 6, and 9, but 6 for sure. Well, all of them really do. But so the truth is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. That's the reason why that blurt out had to happen, because you weren't afraid of nothing but what the fuck is going on is not in. It's not true. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges with meager, minimum, and outlandish materials. The creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, right? Preconceived notions of what y'all thought after things were communicated with that hand that was painting on the wall, that was writing on the paper, that was creating or adding to the environment or shifting out of the previous environment that was, or atmosphere that was, and adding on or taking away. It could have been a death too, based on whatever type of communication that was had. But it annihilates any preconceived notions, leaving unexpected openness in the wake of its destruction, leaving room to leave, leaving room to grow, because communication has created something, and can continue to create too if you wanted to. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what it is, or absolutely straight up and real. And let's be for real and let's look at the truth. Not imagining or wishing that things were different, not imagining or making up bullshit and lies or accepting lies. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. That's the environment, the force that's like greater. They're talking about like the fifth, sixth, seventh, ninth, all those higher dimensions, but that's still, though you may not have direct control over these things, they still can be observed, and you still can use these atmospheric energies based on how you want to create. This creation is talking about communication. Something may need to be communicated, has been communicated, causing a shift, or maybe you need to continue to communicate along this train of thought. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is. Okay, I read that part. Themselves awaits. Okay. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. In its light, it's curious, playful, open, and surprising. So it could have been a lighthearted conversation. It could have been some conversation that created friendships and made others aware of deeper bonds that could be collected together. Which that could make that, because I'm still looking at these ugly ass energies, right? Things, or make others uncomfortable, jealous, or whatever, or just being in a new space could be uncomfortable. Something that has to be become familiar. Whether we call it nature, God, okay, the creator's lifelong companion. So when it's dark, it loses spark, feels burden. When you just give me blocked throat chakra or unblocked throat chakra. So when you abandon, because in this perspective that we're reading from based on the energies, we're speaking on the communication. When you abandon the speaking the truth or speaking period, it'll leave you feeling burden and a loss of spark, or a loss of creation, a loss of things to talk about, a loss of things to not even talk about, but to comprehend, not being able to fully comprehend on either side, either party. Okay. Was that the last card? Damn, that was fast. I'm not quite ready because I don't feel like that was like that was a good message or whatever. And I do know that based on what I title my videos on, my train of thought goes there, and I don't and for that reason I don't necessarily like give myself a founded title, but I probably should, because things need to kind of like come to some type of full circle, which it was. So let's read some more though. Let's pull out a couple more cards. Let me see if I can see the chat. Seneca Bradley, hey, my wife, that name sounds like a woman name. How, girl, the fuck. Okay, let's pull some more cards though. I'd be wanting to do stuff like a forecast of the next year and stuff, but I don't know if I'm ready to do that. But what I do know is that I have been feeling like this next year is going to be filled with opportunities, and that's neither here nor there at some extent, because an opportunity that's missed Like, so what? But and so what I'm saying is, it could be opportunities that could be right in front of you, and you can know that you're finna miss them based off the work that has not been done. Or you can just come across opportunities and you do be able to use those opportunities. Or it could be opportunities that's not something that you necessarily want, but the opportunity is so open and obvious, and you may not be paying attention to your atmosphere energy or to the cycle. Just sitting here like it ain't shit, but or to the cycle, that opportunity that could be for your detriment or for your benefit may just happen just based off of default. But this is gonna be a year of opportunities, though. That's one deep feeling that I have about this up and coming year, number 9. So maybe we wanna. I'm finna clear the energy. I don't want to talk about that last reading no more. Bubbly man, look. I'm not read that dumbass shit. Let's see. This is gonna be a different reading. This is gonna be a different message based off of other, I don't know, based off of probably this next year. Yeah, we just say that. Based off of this coming up cycle. That's what this message is going to be referring to. 6, 7, 8 directions. We just came up out of we're coming out of the year 8, the cycle. After the number 8 pretty much is that karmic cycle. It can turn karmic, but it's a repetitive narrative. And now that you have full understanding of that narrative, that probably will give you some type of direction. And I'm also going to read this out the book. I'm also going to read that out the book. Matter of fact, let's do some extra shit. What time is it? Do I got a little time? Damn, I ain't even got that much time. But let's do some little extra shit real quick based off of that 26, that 9 energy. I mean, that 8 energy, that direction energy. And we're looking towards things regarding this next cycle that we're finna get ready to fall into. 2025, number 9 year. Based off of that direction, what you got to say about that, numbers? I also need to read it out the book. 2 cards came out. Y'all seen how they jumped out like both of them was supposed to come out. We got number 7 and number 3. Number 7 is masculine. Number 7 kind of is the direction based off of it being masculine. It looks like it's inhibited at the moment. So whatever that number 7 is, that awareness, that new perception that you have needs to be tightened up so that your direction for this next year can kind of be in alignment too. Go back to that number 3 energy again. This looks exaggerated. Conversations, your friends, motherfuckers that's not really on your wavelength, you still accepting them in, and that's throwing off your direction as well, or throwing off your perception of your environment and your awareness, and that's going to throw off that direction energy. That's more information on that. So I ain't finna read out the book, fuck all that. So let me read direction. There are different teachings within ancient cultures of the lesson and powers of the direction. East holds the power of air, south holds the power of fire, west holds the power of water, north holds the power of earth. A study of these directions and elemental powers can bring great insight into that which needs healing and how to navigate into the desired purpose. Understanding the energetic dynamics of each of these forces will switch on an internal compass. Remember that as an empath, you are sensitive to the energies of all things, even the directions. Learn to trust internal compass. It will never let you down, blah, 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 whatever. So based on this is the things that you probably need to be paying more attention to. Your perception of what it is that you are experiencing in this new cycle. And that may be distorted based off of the things that you are familiar with, because you're bringing in old ass shit from last cycle into this motherfucking cycle, and that's not what it do. That's not what it do. Those old friends that you already, this is a hard one, especially for a Gemini. Them old people that you know is not on your wavelength. I don't give a damn if they your damn. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say if they're your child. Sometimes, hey, if your children are grown, yes, that goes for them too. Your family, your friends, your brothers and sisters, or even your living situation, the environment that you surround yourself in every day. If that is not there's something that needs to not be carried over into this next cycle regarding that. That'll help calibrate your energy a little bit. That'll help give you direction, clearer direction. Sweeping away all the dust and the dust mites and mildew and bullshit will clean up some things and allow you to be able to see what's next or right in front of you. Because number 7 is the things that's right in front of you and you may not necessarily be privy to, because you may have, say I just jumped in the world. I first got to look around myself to see what's going on. And number 7 is you being in a new perception, maybe not taking in consideration all the other factors that may be going on because this is a brand new scenario. But number 9, that's conjuncting or collaborating with the energy that I'm saying this being a new year. But number 9 itself is like the ending. Certain things need to be ended. And those things are what you are so comfortable and familiar with. Let me see something real quick. I do want to pull see what number 3 is saying. I think that is exaggerated. No, it's inhibited. My bad. Okay. Still flunked out though. So it lacks the mental willpower. Inactive and blocked in expression. The 3 stands upturned. And the mental willpower or support around you from the motherfuckers in your familiar environment. These people may not even deal the way that you're meant to deal. They haven't came to some core conclusions as you have, and that's going to block a lot of the opportunities, because this next year is going to be filled with certain opportunities, and it may not block them. It may welcome in certain opportunities that you don't want. So let me see. Let's pull 2 more. Break those 2 down, and then I am going to dip, though, because I do got to go. I hate when my cards get bent up. Hold on. Because those, the ones that be bent up, they be want to come out. And they don't necessarily be what needs to come out. Just because you bent, don't mean you need to be trauma bonding with everybody. Just because y'all may share the same traumas and shit, or same traumatic experiences you've gone through them with certain people, that don't mean that they got to stay in your life like that. Because you got to go through phases. Everybody go through these phases. That's number 7 energy. The individual finding balance within his own self, though. You got to find your own balance. Everybody got to do that for themselves. And people that haven't found their own balance, coming together with people who have, that don't go to fucking together. That's going to cause an inharmonious scenario just in itself. Let's read it out the book. Number 16. And as in spirit in the body, he says empath, you find yourself not only sensitive to people and places, but the unfolding phases of changes. You find yourself uncomfortable with having to shape shift and fly like a butterfly and come up out of that caterpillar cocoon when your other caterpillar friends haven't done the same. Oh well, you came in this world by yourself. Unless you're a twin, you still came in the world first by yourself. But the unfolding phases of change, letting go and letting change happen, is one of the greatest gifts that one can give themselves, especially during a 9-year. You may notice how quickly one's path begins to move forward when letting go replaces impatience and dwelling on the particulars of a situation. Because those particulars is the reason why during this Gemini full moon, people have had to have conversations that may have turned into something that was like, explosive. Because of those little details. The devil is in the details, and if you want to let those details pile up and just overlook them, they're going to turn into a whole scenario within itself, because those details is what actually is creating that golem or that scenario or that relationship or that connection or bond or that atmosphere. You may notice how quickly one's path begins to move forward. Okay. Always honor where you are on your path as well as others. Right. Honor that they're where they're at, and you have to honor where you are where you're at. Honor that you may used to like to go to the liquor store every Saturday, and now that you don't drink no more, you can't go out and go holler at the cashier no more either. Because that's not you honoring your brand new space that you are in. That's an example. Trust that each moment is a phase in a grand tapestry of experience that will change when the time and energy is right. Am I now not allowing myself to flow into the energy of the moment? Am I judging people, situations, and moments in a way that allows me to be stuck in a moment? Don't judge nothing. Don't even care about it like that. If it's not something that's directly something that you can control and move and have the say so of, you can't goddamn judge it either then, because you can't do nothing with judging it. Ain't doing nothing when it ain't nothing that you even that's a main factor in your particular life. But let's pull a card for phases real quick. This is the new phase of this new energy that we're finna get ready to walk into, 2025. And also we're just entering into a new moon phase too. I guess we'll pull them both out. 2 zeros came out. Uh-oh. 2 zeros came out. This is the space. This is the old space. And this is the space that you want to be in. Remember, we just had this space come out. That old space, which was incongruent, uncalibrated, unleveled, uneven, unfair. The womb, like the space that all of this whole, that things derive out of, the growth thereof, that this is where it came from. But this is the new space that you may want to be grounded in instead. The 0 is the womb, so to speak. So this is pretty much, because look, this is a picture of the moon phases. This is a picture of a circle. Looks like a birth chart, but we know I'm relating this to being a brand new cycle based on it being calibrated. It's empty, or not necessarily empty, but it's pearl. It's equilibrium. Some things have to be removed so that you can create space, so that you can see the space that you have. Let me push it over here. Because see, look, everything being focused in this area, you're not even aware of all this space over here. So just by you having to retract your energy from someone, something, place, or whatever, or remove whatever, like disregard certain people to a certain degree, or just let go, basically, though you may have to do that, you don't know that that's going to open up a world of opportunities. And I just told y'all, number 9 been giving me opportunities for the last week. Like, that's one of the downloads for this next year that I got. This is going to be a year of opportunities, whether good, bad, or indifferent. Whether you be able to build off of those opportunities, whether you miss them, or whether whatever the fucking case is. So if you remove certain these things and you're fearful of doing that, just know that you're gonna have a whole lot of different shit that's gonna help bag you up. We go through phases all the time. Life goes on. So whatever the fuck that is, that's so deep that you hold so close to, not even your heart. It's not even held close to your heart. It's just a matter of familiarity. Damn, I can't say the word. Familiarity. Yeah. It's just a case of that. It's not even something that you can give a damn about for real. It's just a case of kind of like, not even necessarily comfort. Because at this point, the uncomfortability that got so extreme to where you thought it was comfortable logically. Number 3 energy, Gemini, already has the understanding of this ain't even really comfortable. So it's just a matter of familiarity at this point. Those things need to be shedded though. All right, one more card. This is kind of like a 2025 low-key forecast, but not really. Not really. I just want to do one of those, but I don't know if that's, I guess, yeah, I could do it. I'm doing it now. Warming myself up to something like that. One more card, y'all. Let me read the chat. What is my live stream about today? It's just a message. Now, the current position that we in within this live stream is about a forecast of what's happening in this up and coming year, or not necessarily the whole year, but how you gonna be looking in the beginning parts, what you have privy to you energetically speaking. And if you release and let go of things that you already know at this point, you know that some of these things you need to just go ahead and just be through with them. They don't give you any emotional value anymore. They're not something that you actually care about. It's just something that you're familiar with. Those familiar things, you need to let them go, because it's going to provide you with other options. And I don't care if it's something life changing. If you know that you've been in a certain situation for a very long time, and you can make a certain move that could be very terrifying, because it could shift the whole trajectory of your life, you may want to do that. You may want, hey, why not? Why not? 8, 9, 10, 11. This 11 energy. This is the present moment. This is 3 is the environment. 8 is the cycle, the continuous cycle that you have been familiar with, the present moment. That's what this is. Okay. The present moment that you already are sitting in and familiar with. You have experienced certain growths, but this is a little bit ass plant. This plant ain't even grow a lot. So based on the 8 energy being something that takes a lot of time, and this is as far as it has gotten, okay, we'll try something different. Let me read it out the book. Because again, 8, 9, 10, 11, that adds up to 11. The individual is observing something else, and it has no relatability to it for real. It's a dry relationship. You're observing it, it's observing you. But do these things want to come together and really full on merge with that number 6 being uncalibrated? No, they do not necessarily. Or it could be because this is a brand new experience that has been created based off of whatever you've created vocally or verbally or mentally, and those things just have not yet become familiar. Because this energy, whoever's resonating with this, likes familiarity. And all the time, things, that's a level of comfort too, that you can't just sit in that and think that that's just, hey, this is gonna always be like this. Things are shifting based on this reading. The emotion ain't there. You don't give a fuck about it. That ain't there. Only thing is still there is that you already know of it. But anyway, let's read this. Okay, let's read this. Number 38, page 103. The individual in the surrounding. Realizing, because 0 brings the space. So you actually sitting in, oh, I am, it's just all up to me. Really, what they say or how they help, that shouldn't matter as much as what I do. And you're relating that to the environment type shit. But anyway, let me just read the message though. So the present is the opportunity for the empath to witness all that they are in the moment. The emotions, the thoughts, the aches and pains, all giving clues for healing. As you witness and separate each part of your experience, you can begin to see the interactions between these parts of self. How thoughts affect emotions, how emotions affect thoughts, and even how physical pain can affect our energetic well-being. Soon the skilled empath learns that a thought is just a thought, and it has no power unless power is given to it. Exactly. In the moment, emotions can be experienced without the need for being trapped in cycles that are never ending. Again, back to individual atmospheres or individuals, period. That 11 energy, observing one another but not having a real connection, and you having to come into the realization at 103, that's the page number, of I am just who I am, and these things, I can't live for those things externally to me. I have to continue to grow, and you may have to grow up out of that particular environment that you are in to even be walking in that, what I just was talking about. But let's pull some number cards and then I'm gonna be done, because I think it's about time for me to go. I'm enjoying talking on live, but I do got to dip though. One day I'm gonna have an opportunity to well, not one day, I do that a lot. So I was gonna say one day I'm gonna have the opportunity to just sit and talk long as I want. I do that. I already do that. Let me show one more time. Hold on. So this is a numerology numeric message for the present moment, the space that you're already familiar in, and how those things need to transmute. This is going to be some extra information based off of that. You realizing that you are you, and all things around you are not necessarily something that you are supposed to be conjoined with. You have to realize that you're an individual, and like nobody's going to die with you. Nobody was born with you. Who gonna wash your ass? Like, you got to do these things, and you realizing that and relating that understanding to the environment and how you need to shape shift. What's the message for that though? Okay. 4, thoughts. This looks like an inhibited 4 though. So your ideas around like what's next. Because remember I was talking earlier about how this next, since we're going into a brand new cycle, it would be great for you to at least collect yourself and come up with ideas of how you are going to focus your energy, what you're going to pin down this year, what it is that you're going to like warrant energy to, because we got to switch up something regarding on how much care and participation that we were putting into certain scenarios that may not be necessarily good for your growth. But this 4 being inhibited, you may don't realize that that's all you got to do. All you got to do is come up, sit inside of yourself, and realize that it's all on you. Your life is all on you. I don't give a damn how many outside influences may affect your life. Or, we live in a flunked out ass world. You got court orders, all kind of shit. So it don't matter like how these things. It does matter, but you got to come up with some type of ideas to where you can break up out of this, because this box is like inverted. Hold on, let me read it. It's inhibited. It seeks inflexible and controlling in its square. It patiently bears its cross. So patient. You just self-sacrifice yourself every day just for things to continue to control you, or you could continue to be in this controlled environment. Don't worry about the fact that the environment is controlled or not. You're gonna have to so I'm the type of person, I'll go AWOL though. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm the type of motherfucker. I'm the type of person, I can't even say that because I ain't been in that situation though. And that's probably why, because the way my mind think, I can't see myself being locked up and blocked up. And I have those same scenarios play out in my life in different ways, but I'll go AWOL before I accept it though. I'm not finna just sit there and just accept the fact that, okay, I'm inhibited over here. I can't do what I want to do. No, we're gonna have some inner frustration until I figure out a way to figure out how to get myself up out of this block. But that's the reason why I would, how I'm pulling these energies, I would go about it in with strategy. But at the same time, some type of idea or strategy needs to be come up with, so that you can give this next year your all. These cycles come and they go. So it's not like that you could just sleep away this whole year and everything will be okay. No, it's going to be another damn cycle based off of you sleeping the whole year type shit. You would have to rewind. What's your name is? Shari. You would have to rewind, baby girl or baby boy. You're an Indian lawyer. I don't give a fuck. I ain't ready to go. What time is it? Let me see. Let's see if Shari on can figure out what we're talking about and pull another card. I don't know how to say her name. Let me see what we're gonna pull. I'm gonna pull a special card for you, Shari, so you can see what we're talking about. Let's put it in layman's terms. Let's pull out the basic bitch deck, the little simplified baby deck, the cliche deck. Let's pull out of that. So Shamaran can figure out what we talking about. What it do? What it do, blank slate? Damn, I felt like I got blood on my hands just by saying your weak ass name. That ain't a weak ass name. There's nothing wrong with a blank slate. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know you. There's nothing wrong with a blank slate, because we did just have that zero energy, that blank slate energy come out. And that's what we're striving for. So my apologies. You didn't mean no harm. And then you did say what it do. So let me not do you like that. But let's pull out a card for the basics in here. Like what's her name? Shariyaya. I know the message is to switch it up. They'll continue to calibrate and switch up. How did this come out? It came out like that. Okay, let me keep it real. So enjoy the journey, embrace each moment fully, staying open to the new experiences and lessons along the way. This is in the reverse. So this is what you are doing instead of emerging the dawn. Trust that every ending is another beginning coming in disguise. So you haven't been able to trust that fact yet. You haven't sat in that energy of accepting things as they are, and not being able to trash what should be trashed and continue on with what should be continued on with. You may be holding on to things that actually have no actual weight, but you're emotionally tied to them in some form or fashion. You're too comfortable and familiar with these energies. You're not necessarily wanting to emerge the dawn yet. You're not in that energy. You're having to enjoy the journey of releasing for real. But this says embrace each moment fully, staying open to the new experiences and lessons along the way, because this is going to be a year of opportunities and stuff. So stay open and allow space, create space, remove things, continue to calibrate shit like that. Where the moon at? We're in Cancer right now. Yeah, that was the message for that was a simplified version of what this whole message was about, since you asked Shanae, whatever the fuck your name is. Make a change, you little bitch. Make a change. This is in reverse. In the upright, it was answers unfold. You already know the answers. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. But based on this not being in the upright, it's in the reverse. You may not know the answers. You may not know necessarily what to change. But if you change the little minute things in your day-to-day reality, just and keep in mind that you're doing this to create space and to see what needs to be further changed, you'll begin to have some type of awareness of what it is that you are to do, or come up with bright ideas of how to help your scenario in your situation or whatever. It says embrace growth, seek new paths, and welcome transformations with an open heart. Yeah, real shit. What's on the bottom of the deck? In reverse again, free to move. You're free to move. Embrace the liberty to explore new paths. The world is wide open for your journey. But in the reverse, in the upright, it would be promises. You'll be knowing what you're moving towards. So you may not necessarily know what to move towards, but the opportunities are there. So just move so that you can maybe fall into an opportunity, or at least have some type of understanding in this number 9 year, this 2025, or just today. But in the reverse, it says release in the upright, you would be releasing the chains of the past and dance to the rhythm of possibilities. You still are holding on to these motherfucking chains, and you're actually free. It's like a damn horse that don't know it's not tied up no more, and it only goes into the parameter that it thought it could, not knowing you can take off. So these are mental chains. These are mental blockages, mental misunderstandings, mental jail, mental hell type shit. So Shanae, Sharakalaka, I hope you understood that. And for everybody else, I thank you guys for tuning in. I'm about to go on about my day. I fuck with y'all. Hey, bye y'all. Fuck with y'all.